10 mistakes to avoid making as a digital marketer, especially a beginning digital marketer. Hi, my name is Tadeja Diane. I am a nurse by day, digital marketer by night. I am here to tell you all the things that you should know when you're starting off as a digital marketer. Number one, the number one mistake is you comparing yourself to other people and you comparing your successes and your failures to others. Don't do that. That's a no-go. You do not want to compare yourself to other people because that's just going to put you down and that's just going to mess up you making content. Your ideas are going to flop, or you're going to be trying to copy somebody's idea and that's going to flop too because that's not you. Number two, buying multiple products. I'm talking about multiple courses. And I know this because that's what I did at the beginning. And sometimes I have to catch myself because you are an investment, but it's no way you need 5-6 courses to learn. No, you get one good course, and I'll go over some with you towards the end. You get one good course and you learn it. And when I mean you learn it, you learn it. You watch it over and over and you implement it. So not only are you learning, you're implementing what you learned in those courses. But yeah, do not buy a whole bunch of courses because you only need one good one. Don't waste your time, especially if you're spending $400, $500 on this course. You do not need to buy multiple of them. Again, trust me, I've done that. There's no need to do that because these courses are similar. Some get more value, some, give a little less value. But don't waste your time doing all of that. Number 3, posting and then falling off and then posting again and then falling off. Being consistent. Do not be consistent. Even if you can put up one reel a day. If you can manage to get up one reel a day, that is better than you putting up no reels for like a week or 2 to a month and then going back in. No, you need to at least put one reel up a day. If you can manage that, then you can up it to 2 and then 3. Manage putting one reel. When you're inconsistent, people are not going to gravitate towards you. They're not going to think that you're there for good. So they're not going to waste their time probably even following you. So keep that in mind. You have to be consistent. That is very important. Number 4, do not spend all day on your phone doom scrolling. Avoid doom scrolling. And what I mean by doom scrolling, I mean you going on everyone's page, on your For You page, and just sliding, watching this, watching that, and you keep scrolling and you get lost. And you forgot what you were going there for. Like sometimes that happens to me and I have to reel myself right back in and tell myself, you only are scrolling for a song. Find a trending song that matches this video that you just made. So you're going to make sure you are scrolling to watch the videos and watch the audio, but you're not going to get lost in what people are doing. You are mainly going on there, being intentional, searching for that audio only. So once you find that audio, you click it and you save it, and then you get off. You have to be intentional with everything, so don't get lost doom scrolling. So that's number 4. Number 5, do not get in the habit of being so focused on your niche that you forget that you're a real person. And I say that meaning you're so focused on your niche that you're only about niche, and nobody knows who you really are. Like there's no personality, there's nothing really to it. Like you're just posting niche, and no one knows any of your values or anything about you really. Like they can't go on your page and be like, okay, this person is X, Y, and Z. All they see is product. So who's the person? What's the brand? So be careful with that. Number 6, always clean your camera. Avoid having a dirty camera and dirty content. And I mean that seriously, a dirty content. And I mean, you post a video that's super smudgy. And I've done this too. So I'm not even knocking anybody because I've done this too. I'll record and I used to not remember to wipe off my camera. So now I get in this habit of always wiping off my camera, because you putting up video that's smudgy versus somebody with high quality and you can see clearly, people are going to gravitate towards that video. Everybody is scrolling. There's so much content creators now. It's overwhelming. There's so much people posting on social media. It's overwhelming. So it's easy to scroll past all these videos. So if they see a video that's smudging and doesn't match up to the expectations that they're used to even spending 3-5 seconds on, they're going to scroll right past it. So avoid dirty content. Number 7, don't limit yourself. Avoid limiting yourself. And what I mean by that is record your daily routine. Record any piece of content that you have for the day. I don't care if you're going to the gym, you're doing your makeup, you're going to school, you're going to a class, whatever you are doing, post the content. Avoid fear. Avoid being shy. Avoid holding back. Don't hold back. Whatever you do in your normal routine, that's you. And people will gravitate towards you for you. So avoid being scared. I know at the beginning we're all like nervous and just very scared to put out content, and you're so worried about what other people are thinking about you. But I want you to get into the mindset as I'm going to do this. This is going to, first of all, it's going to be therapeutic for me, because I'm going to be able to get things off my chest that I probably never even talked about. Who knows? It may come up in my content. I'm going to show up as me, and I'm going to love me, and I'm going to get used to seeing me on camera. I'm going to get used to my voice. Like, I am going to show up, and I'm not going to give two shits what anybody has to say. Because at the end of the day, these are my pockets that's about to be filled. And that's it. So avoid being feared. Avoid being scared. Avoid fear. And I know that's kind of hard to do. And what I mean by that, show up no matter how nervous and scared you are. Just show up. You showing up is half the battle. It's the same thing with going to the gym. The hardest part is getting out of the bed, right? But once you show up, you're there and you're going to give it your all. It's the same thing as getting on camera. Once you press play and you start talking and you start doing what you have to do, that's it. The floor is yours. So that is number 7. Number 8 is a very important one. Number 8, you want to make sure that you avoid not engaging. Avoid not engaging. Now, you not engaging is really not going to help you, because it's more like you comment on one person's, reel or photo. You comment on most of your followers' reel or on your For You page, whoever's page, you comment, and you're going to get those comments back more than likely. If you're showing love, they're going to show love back to you. But that's how your videos get pushed. So avoid not engaging. You have to engage. That is very important. And I mean 30 minutes max each time. You do not have to, even if you could do 15 minutes, a couple of people's, meaningful, and pick the ones that resonate with you. Just don't comment just to comment and it doesn't resonate you. You're just chatting. Pick things that resonate you, because it makes it more easy for you to have meaningful comments. So avoid not engaging. You have to engage, because that will help. Little bit of time. Doesn't take long. Don't spend forever, again, doom scrolling or getting lost and just wasting your time. Be intentional. Comment on a couple people's pages, and then that's it. Be done with it and continue your day. Number 9, avoid being burnt out and stuck on your phone. This is so important. I probably should have put this as number 1. But avoid burnout. And it's hard at the beginning, but you can do it. If you can start from the beginning and you plan out what you're going to do, you're going to take an hour to post your reel, write your caption, the longest. Then you're going to take the next 30 minutes to engage. then you're going to be done with your first reel. Then you do the same thing with your second reel. You spread it apart. Again, an hour, no longer than an hour. Post your video, write your caption. And honestly, it doesn't even have to take an hour. I would say 30 minutes to an hour. No longer than an hour. If you are spending longer than an hour recording your content and writing your caption, you gotta find a better plan, and I'll talk about that too as we go on. You gotta have a content plan, because you shouldn't spend no longer than that. So do your hour, do your 30 minutes of engagement, and live your life. Don't be stuck on your phone. I did this at the beginning so much, and I said this on another video too. You spend all day. At the beginning, I was faceless too. I was like really researching. I was on Instagram for a whole day. I wouldn't even eat in between. Like, that's how focused I was. Like, being focused could be good, but it's just like you neglecting yourself or your partner's needs in the same time. You got to limit that, or at least take breaks. If you're going to be on your phone for that long, you got to take breaks. But at the beginning, just be intentional with your time management, because again, you will be burnt out, and you don't want to start off being burnt out, because it makes it easier for you to quit. So you don't want to do that. You do not want to do that. And that makes me get into number 10. Avoid quitting. Don't quit. Avoid quitting at all costs. I'm telling you, it be that moment that you're about to have a major breakthrough and you're about to get to success. That's like the hardest moment. And then you're like, I'm tired. Like, I don't want to do this no more. Like, there's been plenty of times I thought in my head, like, what if I just stop? What if I just stopped doing all this content creation? I just went back to my regular life without recording everything. Like, I stayed away from the internet and I just lived life and then you have to think about it. What was I actually doing before this? I was scrolling on Instagram, not getting paid, versus me going on Instagram only for business, and everything that I do is business related. So me spending hours just scrolling, just obtaining content, versus me doing the content and being intentional about everything I do to make money. So it's like I was doing almost the same thing. One, I was not making money, and then the other one, I was making money. So why would I go back to not making money? Like, make it make sense. Really, make it make sense. So you have to think about that. So that's why I say don't quit, because look at how far you have come. Think about it. Like, you came this far. How can you realistically ever go back? You did all of this. You put in all this work. For you to go back is like you shitting on yourself, literally. Like, you just shitting on everything you just did. Don't quit. There's no reason to quit. You're only going to get better. That's like, the more you do something, you will get better. And trust me, listen, when I used to do these videos, I used to be like, what? Like, I used to get stuck all the time. And sometimes I still get stuck, but the difference in my videos, even I know that, like, nobody even has to tell me, but me even talking right now, like, I can just flow better. And I'm just like, wow, look how far you have come. Like, you used to be like, pausing, and then it used to be a lot more ums and like, you'll see that in my videos. I'll do a lot of because I didn't know what I was gonna say next, and I'd be like overthinking. But with time, you get better, and that's the whole point. It's with any content. It's with recording videos, it's with posting reels, it's with writing captions. Even when it comes to captions, when you're digital marketing, captions is a big thing. You'll find this in my course that I'll be releasing soon, on October 10th. I stick to the 5-part strategy as far as posting captions. Like, there's only 5 parts. So it's like 2 to 3 sentence, 5 individual parts, and that's it. Like, the long-winded, like, some captions I even see, even the influencers that have more followers than me, some of them have like the longest captions, and I think to myself, I'm not reading that shit. I'm sorry, I'm not reading that. So I don't want people to feel the same when they come to my page and they see this very long caption. Don't get me wrong, some of the captions be interesting, but I look at it and I get overwhelmed. I'm like, bruh, I'm not reading all of that. So that's why I stick to that 5-part caption strategy. It's also in my free guide as well, so you could see it there. But you get better. That's the whole point. So avoid quitting. You are going to get there. There's no reason to go back. What do you have? You don't have anything to go back to. You have nothing to go back to. There's no point of going back to not creating content. Like, what are you doing think about what are you doing with those extra hours, those in between times? You're not doing nothing but probably watching a show and just doing nothing. And again, scrolling on Instagram for free. No, you be intentional when it comes to Instagram and social media. And then you'll look at social media a lot more different than what you looked at before, because you're looking at social media just like, oh my God, this is so toxic. Oh, I don't want to. No, it depends on who you're following, what you're absorbing, and what you're putting out. If you stay business minded and you make sure your circle or your followers and everybody is on that same type of page or that same type of time, Instagram will be a lot different. Like, I look at Instagram a lot more different. I look at TikTok a lot more different. I look at YouTube a lot more different than I did at the beginning. Like, I'm telling you, don't quit. You will get there. I don't care if it takes months. I don't care if it takes years. Hopefully it does not take years, but hang in there and you definitely got this. So I want you to think about those 10 things. Avoid them at all costs and just show up and do your best and be your best. Now, when it comes to content and creating strategies and time management, I want you to make sure you click this link above, download my free guide, please. And it should help you with content plan. It has a 30-day content plan. What I want you to do, download that guide, right? And then I want you to copy that 30-day content strategy. I want you to copy it. I want you to put it into ChatGPT, right? And then I want you to say, please make 4 to 5, you could do 4 to 5 content pillars and talk about things that's important to you. Like, what are your values, whether it's religion, whether it's going to the gym. Think about basically topics. That's what content pillar, these little subtopics that are important to you and that you want to talk about on your page and rotate and have them use your specific tone. Tell ChatGPT exactly what you want it to match and what you want it to lay down for you, like the layout, and make sure it's 30 days. Type that into ChatGPT and ChatGPT will give you a whole 30-day schedule, and make sure you tell them to, you want to do 2 reels a day or 3 reels a day, whatever you want it to do. Just make sure ChatGPT knows that. So it'll give you a topic and all you got to do is put something together. At least you know what you're about to go into and what you're about to say, and then you're golden. Use ChatGPT to your advantage, but don't use it too heavily. Make sure you're giving ChatGPT all the information about what you want it to make, so that way it's more it's coming from you more. So that is pretty much it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I hope it benefits a lot of you. Again, I want you to, if any of you are interested in physical products and you want to get selling with print on demand, that way you don't have to worry about shipping, packaging, and all of that. They could just do it for you, and you just totally outsource that and still make a profit. Click the link up here, Mastering POD, which is print on demand. I will tell you step by step how to get started, how to create your products, especially Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all that is coming up. So those seasonal products you can make bank with. So definitely download that guide and comment under what else you would want to learn and what you would want me to teach you about, what you want to focus on, and I will definitely put up videos related to that, or I'll write something in the comment that may help you. But leave comments, engage. I love when you guys ask questions and give feedback, because that only helps me help you. Pretty much. So again, my name is Tadeja Diane. Make sure you like and subscribe and come back to my channel. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, make sure you check those out. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week.